poverty or cultivated stupidity. We live in a world where you're allowed any emotion, as long as it looks good on a screen. Stay grateful, high vibes only. Everything is a lesson. Smile or else. They call it a growth mindset. Schopenhauer would call it a refined form of misery, because the machine doesn't care if you're happy. It only cares that you keep wanting new goals, new visions, new identities to install the will to live, rebranded as motivation. The inability to stop sold to you as ambition. Desire as progress, exhaustion as a badge. Look closely every time you feel empty. They don't tell you to pause, they tell you to upgrade. Upgrade your body, upgrade your mindset, upgrade your hustle. Just don't ever stop. And if you can't keep up, the verdict is simple: you're not positive enough. Suffering isn't allowed to be real anymore. It has to be content, a caption, a lesson, a glow-up story, or pain never agreed to. This is the dictatorship of the smile, a regime where every crack in your soul must be patched with a quote, where every tear is a branding problem, where depth is too heavy, but stupidity is highly shareable. They don't need to censor your thoughts if they can train you to only post the pretty ones. They don't need to forbid the truth if they can make it bad for engagement. That's not freedom, that's domestication. Real freedom begins the moment you allow yourself to stop smiling and tell the truth of your nervous system without dressing it up for approval. To feel pain without turning it into a product. To be broken without rushing to rebrand it as a breakthrough in a world that glorifies forced optimism. The most radical act is simple. Look at your suffering and refuse to call it a failure. Positivity can be wisdom, but when it becomes obligation, it turns into cultivated stupidity. The smile was never the problem, the dictatorship behind